Hello, everyone. James Price here with 15 for the Father. I've got a question for you. Are you new to your faith? Are you new to prayer? Uh, maybe you know that prayer is something important that you need to be doing it, but you're really not sure how to go about it. What do you do? Well, there's a couple of ways to go about this, and the neat thing is that you're not alone. Okay, in this mystery of how do I pray and how do I, what's that all about. Jesus's disciples had the same questions. Okay, it's not you, it's them as well. They didn't know, they needed Jesus to explain it to them. Okay, and he gave them an example of how to pray. All right, most of us know it as the Lord's Prayer, and in some circles it's also referred to as the our Father. All right. Some people recite it just like it is in the Bible, but also know that a lot of our prayers don't use specifically those words. So first, let's go to the Scripture and have a look at what Jesus taught them as that example, that framework that we would all come to use. Okay. We're in Matthew chapter 6. It's going to be verse 9 through 13. Okay, now bear in mind, depending on what version of the Bible you have, the wording could be a little bit different. Okay, so and that's okay. I happen to be using NIV. Here's how it goes. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Okay, now that's the gold standard right there. And like I said, some still pray it just like that. All right, but what about the rest of the time that you may have heard examples of prayers when those same things weren't being said? Okay, again, what Jesus gave us was the example. What we do is take what's weighing on our hearts today, those things that we know we need to pray on today, and approach it in that kind of in that way. So, okay, what do you do? What words do you use? Well, first off, let me help you avoid a mistake that some people make. They only go to God in prayer when times are hard. Okay, that's not the only time you pray. You also take the good stuff to God and give thanks for it. All right, so there's a few things to keep in mind. Absolutely, you want to demonstrate gratitude. If you take a look at what's things in your life, you've got some good things going on. All right, you need to thank God for those things. Absolutely, you want to pray for strength and perseverance for those times that are difficult. You look at your other successes, challenges, things that are going on. And what you do is you go to God asking, making the appropriate request for whatever that thing is. Okay, now keep in mind, sinful requests in prayer do not get answered. Okay, you've got to go to God in prayer asking for honest uh, asking for help with honest needs for yourself or on behalf of others, whether it's friends, family, your church, whoever it might be that may have a need of some kind. You go in honest, faithful prayer for those things, and they'll be answered. All right. Now, something to keep in mind. Sometimes the answer will be no. Okay, and those things have a tendency to reveal themselves later as to why. There's many a times been cases where people have, you know, been told, get what seems like an unanswered prayer. That was just God saying no. Okay, and people go on, and eventually they're like, ah. Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. That wouldn't have been what's best for me. Okay, so you got to have faith that that God hears those prayers, and if they're the right, heartfelt kind of prayers, faith-led prayers, that if it's something that is part of His plan for us, those things get answered. If they're not part of the plan for us, then that answer very well could be no. All right. So all that said, if you're viewing on Instagram, those likes and shares are certainly a way for us to reach out to other individuals who may need to hear this, may need a little help getting their prayer life started. Certainly with YouTube, subscriptions, likes, shares, those also help out. Certainly by subscribing, you get a chance to not miss out on anything else that we share going down the road. And certainly following me with Instagram is another way to stay in touch with me. I certainly hope to make some level of contact and engagement with the folks that are following me. And that way we can share. And I'd certainly like to hear from you. So that said, I'll see you on the next one. And you go out and have a blessed week.